Hey guys, welcome back to Because Makeup. Today I'm doing something a little different. I thought it would be fun to kind of go through what products I use and I like to use. Also what products I have that I don't like. Just to give you a little bit of perspective on that. I'm going to have the prices on me right now, but I'm sure they're all available on the internet. I've done the base, I've done the eyeshadow, obviously. So I'm going to glow up and we're going to talk about some highlighters. So I thought I would want us to start with liquid highlighters because I only have to get that right out of the way. First one I have is a sample from Tarte. It's this big. And it's Pro Glow Tarteist liquid highlight. This is so pretty. You want to put this on before you set your base with powder. Just do a quick swatch. Some justice. It's really pretty. Sometimes I want that extra the other one I have, I just recently got that. It's the NYX Away Glow Booster. This is kind of a pink shade. This is a very kind of a subtle glow, and this is the type of mix-in foundation. My foundation is very matte, so when I want to get that extra wow, that's nice. It's not quite that glow, that extra kind of dewiness to it. I'll add that. So next I want to talk about some highlighters I really like. And the first one is Paula's Choice Skincare. I still can't figure out how YouTubers get it to like do all the things. Anyway, it's called a Blush It On Contour Palette. And this was a sample that my mom got. Paula's Choice is a skincare line and we use their products. But this was a sample. I mean, look at that. It's like a lot. But I really like the blushes in this. The bronzer is a little orangey for me. But the highlighter it just isn't that great. Like, if I swatch it, it's like right there. These all show up better on camera than in real life, but it's decent if you want to do like a light strobe-y look, but if you were gonna get a palette like this for the highlight, I would not get this one for the highlight. So that one's out. Next, the e.l.f. This is an e.l.f. Total Face palette. A friend gifted this to me. And so I really love, again, I like the blushes. They're a little orangey, but depending on the look you're doing, they're great. The bronzer is great because it's kind of a cool toned. And again, it's e.l.f. It's not going to be like stellar, but it's decent. So I like the bronzer, but again, the highlight, it just really doesn't do anything for me. It's kind of chalky. Again, if you really want, it's like right there. Don't know if you can see it. If you really want that like soft strobe look, this might work well for you. It's also very dusty when you try to pick it up on a brush. Let me see if I can put it somewhere on my body so you can see it. I don't even know if it's going to show up. Yeah, no, it's not going to show up. Okay, moving on. So that's e.l.f. Not the biggest fan of that one. Next, alright, this whole palette was kind of a mistake in general. It's from the Too Faced The Power of Makeup palette by Nikkie Tutorials. Now, I love Nikkie. I've watched her videos ever since she did her Power of Makeup video, which my sister introduced me to. But this palette was inconsistent and not great. She used an eyeshadow from another Too Faced palette called Champagne Truffle for the highlight, and it didn't do well. You can see this is the palette. I've still used it. The blushes are good. The bronzer is good. Eyeshadow is kind of meh. But anyway, the highlighter itself, while it's super pretty, see, it's not in the pan because I took these two out and I repressed them because I was like, I don't like this palette, so why can't I destroy it and repress it? I repressed it with the pink and the gold one in here. You can see. So it's really, really pretty, and it's really not bad. The thing is when you swatch it, first of all, I have so much crap on my fingers. I need to do something about that. Hang on. Let's get all this powder off my fingers. So you should get a brush color switch thing. It's like a little spongy thing, and you just like, and it works for your fingers too, and it gets all the powder off. Anyway, first of all, when you go over it with your finger, which is a popular method of applying highlight, like, you can see it on the camera, but in real life, it doesn't really show up well. Also, it kind of gets like a skin on top of it, so it's difficult to access the actual highlight. So you like sweep over it once, and it kind of gets this coating on it where you kind of have to scrape it off to get a little bit more out, and then it coats over again, and back and forth. This one I'm actually going to use because it does actually work well as a brush. If you want to like use strobing, I'm going to use the highlighter brush by Morphe, the M532, which is just a tiny little fluffer brush. Funny thing is, my mom gave me one, a brush from Sigma, and it's like identical to this, but I use it for something different. So anyway, I'm just going to dip into that, and you kind of gotta really get in there to kind of break that initial surface excess off. I'm just going to use this to strobe a little bit. So I'm going to put it over here, over my brow bone, on here, and a little bit down here on my chin. This is just, it's nice if you just want to get that, that dewy type glow and not the blinding highlight. But again, the entire palette is just kind of a dud. We can talk about that later. Alright, next, the NYX Professional Makeup 3 Steps to Sculpt. I also am not a big fan of this highlighter. I got this for the bronzer because it was like the contour bronzer thing, because it's cool enough to be a contour and it's warm enough to be a bronzer. And the highlight, it's like super, has a lot of like glitter. It's like big glitter. I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's like big glitter chunks, which it looks really pretty in the pan, but then it kind of gets a little crumbly. Can you see that? Yeah, it gets a little crumbly on your finger. It swatches well-ish, I guess. But I just, not biggest, it's like right there. This is not the best way to show you what it looks like, but it's kind of a champagne type shade. I don't think it has a name, but the sculpting palette itself is in fair. So that it's okay. Again, you can use it a little bit for strobing. It has a lot of like kickback and it's kind of dusty, but it works. It's not bad. But again, I got this for the bronzer and not the highlight. Alright, next we are going to move on to, this is the Lorac, I think it's Lorac, yeah, the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like the cheek palette. It doesn't have the name on it. This was a gift to me, so I don't know prices or anything. It says Verum Omnia Sumul Astra. And if I butchered that, I'm sorry. Packaging is really pretty, first of all. Look, it's like a diamond thing, crystal. But opening it up, it has 4 highlight shades and like a blushy, kind of a dark blushy, and then a very light, kind of a contour bronze shade. Anyway, these three, the four highlights are really pretty. This one's a bit dark for me, but it'd be great for like using it on your lid. But these three are all really nice. This one's a very bright highlight. It's called Fortune. This one's called Destined. There. This one's called Star Reader. There. And this one's called, the pink, dark pink one's called Bold Spirit. Also very pretty. See if I can give you some swatches here. Can't see them that well. I'm sorry, lighting is not the best. But, okay, you can see them a bit better there. Can't see Bold Spirit. Not good at the whole swatching thing, guys. SOS. But yeah, you can kind of see them. A little bit. Like, this one's the darker one up here, and then the lightest one down here. Really pretty. I really like these. Good quality. Again, I don't know price or anything like that. So anyway, now we're moving on to something, my favorite highlighters. We're kind of going worst. Well, we're starting with the liquid, and then we're going worst to best. I have two of the NYX Duochromatic Illuminating Powders. These are not specifically highlighters. The sun is going down and my lighting is changing, so I'll talk faster. These are two, not necessarily highlights, but I like to use them as highlighters. The first one is Twilight Tint. This is actually has a blue glow to it, and I got it because I was like, hey, that's fun. Why not? You can see it right there. I really like it. It's good for like the center of the eye to like glow things up, or like just get the icy blue on your cheekbone. That's really fun. As a color, I know, not something, you kind of have to be careful, because if you put it here, it's just like, ooh, you got this like little splash of blueness on your face, and you're like, oh, okay. Trying to get some of these highlights off my skin. It's not working so well. It's fine. Alright, and then the next, I'm actually going to apply this one a bit more. This is the NYX Duochromatic in Snow Rose. This is a really pretty pink. I actually, when I got these, they were broken in my Ulta, and for some reason they did not remove them from the shelves. So I was like, and they didn't have any in the back, so I was like, well, can I get them at a discount? So they gave them to me at a discount because I knew I could like press them. That's the word I was looking for. And she was like, well, technically I'm not supposed to sell them to you. And I'm like, I'm offering to buy this that would probably go in the trash. Like, anyway. But it's kind of a rosy, can't see that. Hang on, I'm trying, guys, I'm trying. Nope, that one's not gonna. Okay, you can see I have a lot on my finger. And I'm just gonna, there she is. Again, it's really hard to see the rosiness, but that's partly just my lighting situation. So, anyway, I'm actually going to apply this one to my face because I really like the rosiness of it. So, this one I'm going to hit up my cheekbones. And my brow bone. And I like a lot of highlight. It's really pretty. So I'm like, more is more. Why not? Some days, if I'm going a little bit vintage or whatnot, I won't put highlight because they really didn't have highlighter back in the day. And so, but it's kind of hard. I can almost not put makeup on without wearing highlighter anymore. So I'm also going to go over these strobing areas again. just to give it that pink hint. That glowed up well. Glow Up. And then last but certainly not least is my current favorite is Makeup Revolution Sun Kiss highlighter and Skin Kiss, excuse me, and the color is Ice Kiss. It's a really big pan. It's very icy. The shape and the packaging kind of reminds me of NikkieTutorials' Ofra collaboration, which I'm sure is beautiful, but alas, here we are, a little broke child. Not actually broke, just sometimes I'm like, oh, I can find a drugstore version that works satisfactorily. This is my go-to highlighter. You can see it's kind of dropped. Don't drop it. Kind of grinded up a little bit in the center. But it's a very icy highlight. And I like it. So, yeah. And I'm actually just going to go on top of the pink one from NYX just to get the center point. Gives you that bam. My whole skin is kind of glowing, but you can, ooh. Bam. Bam. Okay. And there. One thing that Fenty Beauty does for their highlight is they take it from the brow bone and they sweep it up to the temple and then come down onto the cheekbone. And when I learned that, I was like, ooh, that's fun. And then, ooh, can you see the difference? Bam. Okay, I'm getting carried away. Just pack that on. Pack on your highlighter. But I find the payoff of this as well is pretty good for the value of it. So, recommend if you're looking for a super glowy highlighter for fair skin, or I don't know what skin tone. I don't know how it works if you're darker skin tone. I'm going to be honest. I assume if you're darker skin tone, you're going to want a bit of a darker highlighter, but I don't know. I think I've seen Jackie Aina use a really bright one. So you can scratch that entirely from the record because I have no idea and I'm not trying to offend anyone or get in trouble or anything. So we're going to scratch that from the record. And tip of the nose, and I'm also going to highlight my Cupid's bow. This one. And this one I'm also going to take just on my finger. If I have clean fingers by this point. And I'm going to tap it right in the center of my eyeshadow just to make that a little bit more exciting. And then taking my pinky, go and pop it into my inner corner. Now you can see my inner corners. I'm using my pinky because I didn't bring any additional brushes with me. So, because my makeup station is somewhere else. But, alright, that's my kind of, it's not really a review, but my thoughts on some highlighters that I've used, some that I really like, some that I don't like, some I would recommend, some I don't recommend, and that's that, and I'm going to leave it there for this video. Yeah, I was thinking of saying in my introduction, oh yeah, it's the holidays, so you want to glow extra, and this is why you should wear highlighter, and it's funny the things you forget when you just sit down and start filming. Anyway, I forget how I was going to wrap up now, too. That's fine. Oh, I remember. It's funny how my videos is me talking. You know what, I'm going to put some of this on my lip, too, to glow through my... It's funny how YouTubers like NikkieTutorials, Jackie Aina, Jeffree Star, Ty Tati, Glam Life Guru, their videos are like 20 minutes. Edited. This is unedited material you're getting right now, and it's 20 minutes, a little plus, but think about that. Anyway, happy holidays, my little makeup junkies. Is that trademarked? I don't know. My little makeup elves. I hope you will come back next time, and make sure to check out my other videos, subscribe to my channel, leave a big thumbs up, comment what you want to see in the future, follow me on Instagram, that's @BecauseMakeup, one word, no spaces, all lower caps, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.